Hey guys, Carlos here with Bear Traders, and in this video, let's talk a little bit about this bear market in the sense of answering two questions. Is it a good time for day traders, and is it a good time for new traders to get into day trading? Before we do that, let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about a bear market. It's officially a bear market when you are 20% above the most recent highs, right? And we've seen that drop in the last recent weeks. Even before we hit that title of 20%, if you've been watching the markets closely and stocks for the last couple of weeks, you can tell that we are in a situation where we're in a downtrend, right? That's very apparent. We did not need an official title to tell us things are heading south. You can see that on our charts. Officially on May 20th, we hit that 20% after the Fed announcement. We had a pop and now we're down again, right? So you have this environment, this sense that things are not well and the market can continue to get even worse before it gets better. So one question we get quite often is it a good time to be a day trader? And the answer is absolutely yes. And here's the reason why. Unlike investors, unlike swing traders, and traders that are looking to go long term, a day trader at the end of the night is sitting on cash. So we're not worried about, the volatility that you're going to get overnight, the gaps up and down that you're getting on the SPY. In the morning when you wake up, you hear the radio, you hear the news alerts, you hear the ticker come across. You hear down X amount of percent, or this stock dropped this much, or the SPY is down this much, or the Qs are dropping again with the whole tech sector. It really does not affect day trading because we're not in these positions. We're not holding that risk overnight. So we're sleeping perfectly fine. Now, if you're a swing trader, if you're a long-term investor and you're managing a big portfolio, it can be a very difficult time. I can only imagine trying to manage of millions of dollars and trying to make money in a time like this could be very difficult because there's just no confidence anywhere where you can put all this amount of money and expect to get a good returns, right? Even places where we're safe havens are no longer that safe. So as a trader, you don't have to worry about that. Your job is to come in every morning, look at the stocks that are in play, whatever they are, doesn't have to be specific ones, and see if you can get a movement out of those stocks. And at the end of the day, you're closing out and you're sitting on cash, right? So there's a huge peace of mind that you get as a day trader during this type of environment. You're not putting yourself at a risk that if some news breaks out at night, you're not have to deal with that loss in the morning, right? So it's something that to think about. Another positive thing about being a day trader is that during bear markets, you can also make a good return, a good profit on your moves, right? Because we can trade the market either way, up or down, short or long. It doesn't matter to us as a day trader. We don't have a bias of only being able to make money in a bull market or being only able to make money in a bear market. It doesn't really matter. Now, what tends to happen is many people have the fear factor. So they feel that in a bear market is a lot more aggressive and people feel that the bear moves are a lot bigger. I'm sure you heard the saying, bulls take the escalator and the bears jump out the window. So, I think that's not really true. We've been in an aggressive bull market and we've seen some really aggressive moves towards the upside. So you really can't tell that one is better than the other. I think they're both equally the same. What I do feel is though, as traders, our mindset, and our emotions, fear is a lot bigger than confidence. So when you have fear, which is usually brought by a bear market, you tend to be more emotionally attached to that than you are when you have confidence and when you are in a bull market. That's just my personal thinking when it comes to that. And I think that's why people feel that in a bear market, they can make more money or the moves are more aggressive. I think that it's just the overall sentiment of traders and investors and the overall news catalysts are a lot more aggressive when it comes to fear in a bear market. The second question we're getting often now is it a good time to get into day trading? And it's a tricky question because it is a tough time right now. It is not an easy environment. The market conditions are very volatile. So although these market conditions are very good for day traders, it might not be as great for a new trader. But here's the thing now, there's an opportunity for new traders to trade during the toughest market conditions possible. We might not see these conditions, who knows how many years down the line. Let's take the example that happened with the pandemic. We had tons of traders get in during the bottom of the pandemic when things were rising and just going completely insane, hitting all-time highs and actually ripping higher than all-time highs with all the stimulus and everything that was going on with the market. There was many traders, brand new traders that got in during that environment and made a lot of money. A lot of them, you speak to them now and they have lost that or even more. Why? Because they were not prepared when the market starts doing what it does, going sideways or heading down. And if you're not prepared for the different type of market environments, if you can only get in and make money towards the long side, you can only get in and hold, as a day trader, that can be a very tough gig because we know the market does this, right? Up and down, up and down. Yes, you can go on a bull rally, you can go on a bear rally, but for the most part, you need to be able to be flexible and understand the different market conditions. So if you're looking to get into day trading, I suggest start as soon as possible. There is no best time to get started. The sooner you get started, the better. Because remember, guys, you are going to have this thing called the learning curve. And there's no way around that. So the sooner you get started and you start learning, you can get your process going on this learning curve. And the learning curve is different for everybody. It's a different time frame for everybody. You can start learning with so much free material that we have here in our YouTube channel. We have tons of stuff in our trading terminal. We have our stock trading simulator. I mean, there's a lot of material out there that you can get going with just to get your foot in the door. And when you feel that you're a little bit more ready to start taking the next step, you can do that by checking out our community and doing other things that can get you ready to go live, right? So there is no best time, but doing it now when things are not all rosy might make you a better trader on the long run, and that's what you want to be. Day trading is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You need to be able to survive all different type of market conditions for the long run. And just remember, no calm seas ever made a skilled sailor, right? You need to go through some rough times to get that experience under your belt. So one last thing, although this is a good time for day traders and a great time to get started as a trader, keep in mind that nothing replaces the fundamentals in being prepared, right? So I have a couple of steps in the bottom of this video how you could get prepared. We have a book that can get you ready. We have courses in our education center that are going to teach you all the fundamentals, the 3 pillars of trading: technology, strategy, and psychology, and just everything that you need to know to get prepared. All in all, the market does not like uncertainty, and that's what we're seeing now. Traders don't like uncertainty. Investors don't like it, and neither do businesses, right? So overall, a bear market, for most people, it is not a good environment. It is not good for businesses. It is not good for the economy. Day trader is probably one of the few careers that can do very well during this type of environment. Keep in mind, above anything else, although bear markets are an amazing time for day traders where we can find really amazing opportunities, the same that we can find when we have a very strong bull market, that's the results of an experienced trader that has been disciplined, has been following the rules, and has been sticking to their trade book and fundamentals. So you can learn all about that in our education center. Check us out at bearbulltraders.com. We would love to see you there. I'll put the link in the bottom here, so if you want to join me for an onboarding class and you have any more questions, I would love to answer them. You can also put your questions in the comments here and I'll read them, and maybe we could feature you on the next videos. And if you're hanging out this far with me, that means you kind of like the content, so I would love a thumbs up. It really helps us a whole bunch. Here's my Twitter handle. You can reach me there as well, and we'd love to hear from you. So take care, guys, and see you in the next video.